pop culture kind of sells us this very specific image of therapy, right? Like you're lying on a leather couch, staring at the ceiling, just venting to someone who just nods at you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the couch is definitely a myth. What's actually happening behind those closed doors is, well, it's rigorous, it's targeted, and highly varied depending on the exact nature of the psychological load you're carrying.
Yeah, so welcome to today's Depth Dive. And to navigate how this actually works, I'm going to play the inquisitive student today, asking the questions for you, our listener. And you can take the podium as our lecturer.
I will gladly take the lecture role today. So our curriculum is pulling straight from section 16.3 of chapter 16 from Psychology 2E.
Perfect.
And our mission here is to really figure out the actual mechanics of different treatment modalities, because one size definitely does not fit all.
So how does this process even get off the ground? I mean, is it like a contractor coming in and assessing a house before starting renovations?
That is a great analogy. The first lesson from section 16.3 is that no treatment starts without the intake.
Okay, the intake.
Right. It isn't just a friendly chat to get to know you.
Yeah.
It's a formal clinical assessment where the therapist establishes confidentiality parameters
Yeah.
and, sets measurable objectives.
Wow, okay, so you are building specific metrics for success right out of the gate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which then dictates the entire timeline of individual therapy. That's the classic one-on-one setup, usually lasting 45 to 60 minutes.
Right.
And the duration is entirely tailored to the client's goals. Like, if the objective is overcoming a specific phobia, that might just take a few weeks.
Sure.
But if it's unwinding childhood trauma, well, that's a much longer blueprint.
Okay, but treating someone one-on-one kind of assumes the problem is entirely internal, right? Not all renovations are solo projects. What happens when the treatment involves a crowd?
Yeah, that's exactly when a therapist might prescribe group therapy. That usually brings, say, 5 to 10 people together.
5 to 10 people. Got it.
Right. And the mechanism here is that it directly attacks isolation and shame. The textbook highlights psychoeducational groups.
What does that mean exactly? Psychoeducational.
So imagine children dealing with a parent's cancer diagnosis. By learning about the illness alongside peers, the confusing, terrifying weight of the disease is decentralized.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they see their own fears validated in someone else.
Okay, let's unpack this, though, because opening up in a room full of complete strangers, that sounds terrifying.
It really can be.
Right. You're risking confidentiality breaches, and you're at the mercy of personality clashes. A bad group dynamic could surely cause more psychological harm than good.
Well, what's fascinating here is that the textbook frankly acknowledges those exact limitations.
Oh, really?
Yes, but it's heavily utilized anyway. It's even the recommended standard for populations like sexual abusers.
Yeah.
And it comes down to how our psychological defenses work.
How so?
A therapist is an authority figure, right?
Yeah.
It's easy for a client to just dismiss them as someone who doesn't really get it.
Right, of course.
But when a peer in the group models accountability and calls out your behavior, it flattens that power dynamic. It forces the client to practice social skills and accept hard feedback in real time.
That makes a lot of sense. Peer modeling strips away the clinical safety net. But, that's a group of strangers. What happens when the group needing therapy already lives together? Like when they share a mortgage?
Yeah, that's a whole different dynamic. That brings us to couples therapy.
Right.
This shifts the focus away from the individual and directly onto the relationship itself. It heavily utilizes cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay, so they aren't just venting about who does the dishes.
Exactly. They are identifying destructive communication loops and actively practicing healthier conflict resolution. Though I have to mention, Section 16.3 has this incredibly memorable quote. It compares high-conflict couples counseling to, quote, piloting a helicopter in a hurricane.
Oh, man, that paints a picture.
Doesn't it? And honestly, sometimes the healthiest resolution they discover is actually separation.
Wow. But wait, what if that hurricane is affecting the whole household? Like if there are kids in the house absorbing all that turbulence?
Precisely. That requires family therapy, which operates on the systems approach.
A systems approach.
Right. You stop looking at the family as just a collection of individuals. Instead, you treat the family as a single, organized system where everyone influences each other.
So if a teenager is acting out, you wouldn't just ask what's wrong with the teen.
Exactly. You'd ask what dynamic in the family system this behavior is serving or reacting to. And therapists address this in two primary ways. The first is structural family therapy.
Okay, structural,
Yep.
like boundaries.
Yes, examining those invisible boundaries and rules.
Yeah.
Think about a parent who constantly confides their financial stress to their 10-year-old.
Oh, right. So the structural boundary is broken and the child carries adult anxiety.
Exactly. The therapist intervenes to rebuild that parent-child hierarchy, which then relieves the child's psychological symptoms.
That's fascinating. And what's the second approach?
Strategic family therapy.
Yeah.
This one is less about the deep underlying structure and more about acute intervention. The therapist designs very specific, short-term plans for a targeted problem. It's a tactical strike to change an immediate harmful pattern.
It's really incredible how flexible this all is. Like, therapy is tailored to the dynamic of the problem, whether it's individual, a group of peers, or an entire family system.
Yeah, the underlying mechanism always has to match the environment where the symptom actually lives.
Well, as we wrap up today's class, here is a final thought for you, the listener, to consider.
Mm-hmm.
The next time you find yourself repeatedly hitting a wall in your own life, ask yourself, are you dealing with an internal structural flaw, or are you actually reacting to a broken system of people around you?